Time now for the morning rush. We start with news happening right now. Bernalillo County Sheriff's deputies desperately trying to figure out how a woman died. Deputies say they discovered Marsha Bush dead in the East Mountains last week. Detectives say there were obvious signs of trauma. They're calling her death a homicide. They're hoping someone saw something and will come forward. Kristen.
Alrighty, as you can see, we are looking at some spotty mountain storms this afternoon. This is only going to be in the higher terrain. There's a slight chance that one of those storms get into the lower elevations, but it's not going to be a lot. And it's the same trend for tomorrow with fewer storms out there on Wednesday over the mountains. 90% of us dry and everybody warmer both today and tomorrow afternoon. Crystal.
Morning. APS is investigating to see if a student is behind what appears to be a cyber attack after Volcano Vista High School was knocked off the grid. This morning, most of the school's internet is back up and running. Officials say they're looking at their cybersecurity system to try to prevent future attacks like this. On to other news for you. Dozens of asylum seekers now in Colorado this morning after being taken there by New Mexican authorities. Officials say moving the migrants north is in an effort to alleviate the strain on overwhelmed shelters along the border. Several dozen migrants were bused to Denver overnight with the help of the governor's office. In the meantime, Homeland Security officials continue to consider arresting migrant families who had final deportation orders. This in an attempt by the Trump administration, to remove migrants illegally fleeing into the U.S. The plan was halted after resources were needed at the border. On to other news for you. New Mexico's medical marijuana program is growing. This is new this morning. Health officials say just in April, patients looking to use cannabis to treat health problems like chronic pain and PTSD grew by more than 1,600. Officials say at this rate, the number of medicinal marijuana users across the state would have an annual growth rate of 28%. On to news happening today. The city of Santa Fe is asking sponsors to keep the city's road medians clean. The city offers an Adopt a Median program for businesses to take responsibility for a median in exchange for advertisement. However, some city officials say some are neglecting their responsibilities. Officials are asking them to clean up or drop out of this program. Also new for you this morning, we want your business. That's what New Mexico's governor is sending a call out to film companies after some decided to boycott the state of Georgia. Georgia's governor has signed a controversial abortion bill into law just last week, banning abortions once a fetal heartbeat can be detected. 3 companies now saying this violates women's rights. Happening today, Project Open, or Opioid Prevention and Education Network, is set to host a training in TRC. It's for city personnel, law enforcement, and health professionals. The training is designed to help with the knowledge and understanding of addiction. New news for you this morning. The man accused of killing 2 cousins on Thanksgiving Day is now officially charged in the case. Police say 22-year-old Dominic Martinez was driving over the limit when he T-boned 19-year-old Jacob and 23-year-old Kaden Montoya near Universe in Irving. Martinez pleading not guilty so far in this case. Kristen.
Today's Metro Threat Index only at a 2. We've got that slight chance of a spot storm. Again, this is less than 10% of that happening, but not 0. So keep the umbrella on standby. Do know most of those storms are going to stay up in the higher terrain. Crystal?
On to new news for you this morning. Santa Fe is one of the fastest growing small cities in America. That's according to a recent study being reported by the New Mexican. Go banking rates ranked growth in cities of under 500,000 people. Santa Fe's population sits around 83,000. This study looked at factors like increasing income and economic growth. Supreme Court says a group who says the tech giant broke the law is within their right to sue. The group is accusing the App Store of being a monopoly, which they say put Apple in violation of U.S. antitrust rules. The Supreme Court says consumers have the right to sue the company now for their behavior. The group has yet to file suit. Construction along I-40 moving to overnights. Westbound work for replacing concrete slabs was supposed to wrap up last Friday. Weather delayed that, but now the eastbound work won't start until next week. It will happen overnight from 8 until 5:30 in the morning. All right, Lobo men's golf team heading back to the links this morning. Round 2 of the NCAA regional tournament in Louisville, Kentucky. During round 1, Sean Carlin turned in the best round for the Lobos, shooting a 1 over 72. That puts him in 26th place overall in the tournament. The tournament leader, University of Louisville player Matthias Schmid, currently sits at 5 under. Kristen.
Time now for a check on your Tuesday morning commute. We don't have any major crashes, accidents, or tie-ups to tell you about. Our news tracker is out this morning. Quite a bit of sun glare there with no clouds out, so make sure you're being careful with that. Everything else looks good.
An American diver, now a record holder for the deepest submarine dive ever. Let's take a closer look at this amazing video for you this morning. Victor Vescovo traveling nearly 7 miles below the surface of the sea in the Pacific's Marina Trench. The last human to reach these depths was Titanic director James Cameron in 2012. Vescovo beat his dive by 66 feet. Amazing, isn't it?
We are taking you back 42 years ago on this day, May 14th, 1977, had an F3 tornado occurred out in Solano. That's Harding County, destroyed a mobile home there. The inhabitants inside that were injured.
Time for the 5 facts.
We start with number 5. Amazon offering an interesting proposition for its employees. $10,000 and 3 months salary to quit your job and start a business delivering packages for them. The massive online retailer is looking for ways to speed up its shipping to 1 day for Prime members.
Number 4, the number of people enrolling in New Mexico's marijuana medical program is growing. Health Department says in April, patients looking to use cannabis to treat health problems like chronic pain and PTSD has grown by more than 1,600.
At number 3, warmer across the state, spotty mountain storms isolated elsewhere, warmer through midweek, but then the winds take over Thursday through the weekend.
Number 2, Bernalillo County deputies desperately looking for tips in a recent death investigation. Deputies say they found the body of Marcia Bush on the road of Juan Tomas in the East Mountains recently. They say there were obvious signs of trauma. Number 1 now, this morning APS investigating what appears to be a cyber attack after Volcano Vista High School was knocked off the grid yesterday. This morning, most of the school's internet back up and running. This took place, though, before a big test. The principal there believes it may have been a student or students responsible for it.